Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft video tutorial. My name is Roderick, and today we are talking about 5 easy animal farms you can build in your survival worlds. Now let me clarify a little bit what I mean by easy here. First off, you will require some nether materials and a little bit of redstone. So not too much, but these are very simple materials and they're not too expensive. It's minimal iron, minimal quartz, and minimal complexity. We are trying to keep everything as simple as possible so everybody can build these farms, and the first 3 farms all build upon each other, so you can build the first one and then add onto it to build the second, and then add onto it again to build the third. So let's get into and see what kind of farms we have here on the list. The first one up is a egg farm. So the way this farm works is that you have 24 chickens. Any more than that and they'll die. So 24 chickens staying on top of a hopper laying eggs. When they lay the eggs, they get sucked up into the chest. And you can see this farm produces eggs at a fairly decent pace. It's not super fast. If you want to expand this farm, you could add multiple chicken chambers and fill them with chickens. Now in survival mode, the easiest way to get chickens in there is to lure 2 in and then use seeds to breed them up until you get up to 24. When you get to 25, they'll take entity cramming damage and die. So that's how you know that you're at the limit. And to build this farm, actually let's go through all the farms first and then we'll come back and build each one. The second farm here is a raw chicken farm and / egg farm as well. The way this works is that you have the chickens up here laying eggs that go into a dispenser that trigger a little bit of a redstone clock. So we take the output from the dispenser when there's an object in there. We use it to power this clock circuit, which then causes the dispenser to activate, dispensing the egg into the chamber. The chickens will then stand there, they'll grow up, and they'll lay a little bit of eggs in the process, but entity cramming, when we get more than 24 chickens in there, will kill off the older adult chickens and allow the new chicks to grow up, plus the eggs hitting the adults will cause a little bit of damage there. It's not the fastest farm in the world. It's probably not even the most closest to being an efficient farm in the world. But if you need feathers and raw chicken for whatever reason, this is a good system to go with. The next farm is exactly the same as the first one, except it cooks the chicken for you. And we do that by, we have a half slab on top of the hopper that the baby chickens will stand on. When they grow, their heads will be in a lava block, which will kill and cook the chickens, producing feathers and cooked chicken meat. We use the same dispenser circuit to dispense the eggs into the kill chamber from the chickens that are laying them on top of the hopper. So you can see in this series of progression, we start off with the egg farm. We then take the egg farm and we put a dispenser on the front of it, and we set up a kill chamber to kill and generate raw chicken. We then add a slab and a lava block to cook the chicken. So this farm kind of evolves through a series of stages to be an automatic chicken cooker. Our next farm is a cow crusher. So the way this works is we'll grab a bunch of wheat, and we have 24 cows in there right now. We hit this button and the cows rise up on the water. We feed them all, and as they're breeding, the newer cows are causing entity cramming damage to the old cows. And alright, and then we'll suck the water back into the dispenser. The cows go back down to grow up. And we have leather and raw beef dropping down into our collection system from the entity cramming damage. Now these cows will grow, and then we'll come back, we'll hit the button, raise the cows up, feed them, breed them, and lower them back down. Entity cramming will do all the work for us. And this last farm we have is an automatic sheep shearer. So what we have is a sheep constrained to 1 block. We have an observer observing changes in that block. So when the block changes from dirt to grass, it'll power this block, which will in turn activate this redstone, which will in turn activate this dispenser to shear the sheep. The wool drops down to the block. The minecart with hopper sucks it up and drops into this hopper, which then puts the wool into this chest. So very simple farms, and they all mostly produce the items passively. The only farm that requires manual intervention is the cow crusher, and that is just simply feeding the cows. So let's start off by building the egg farm. Now the egg farm is going to be a very simple build, so let's go ahead and let's just get our blocks on our hotbar. And let's see, yep. So we'll start off by putting the chest down. And then we'll put our hopper in on top of the chest. Like that. We will then build up a glass cell, basically, around the hopper. And we'll make it too high so the chickens can't jump out. And now in survival, you would go and lure 2 chickens down into the hole, and you would use seeds to breed them. But being that we're in creative mode, we'll just spawn a bunch in for our spawn egg. And we've got the maximum in there. And that is it. That is your egg farm. It's a very super simple build. You can do this day 1 in your survival world once you find a little bit of iron for your hopper. Alright, so moving on to this farm here, we're going to pick up a couple of extra components. We're going to get our dispenser, and we're going to pick up a redstone comparator. And we're going to need to pick up a grass block. So the way we start this farm is we're going to put our chest down here. We're going to make it a double. We're going to have a hopper going into the back of it, like such. We're going to set glass blocks. Now, the reason why I use glass in these builds is A, so you can see inside of them, and B, so you can still open the chest even though you have glass block on top. In survival, if you don't want to use glass, you can use slabs for this step here. So we have that. Now we're just going to build up one more layer so the chickens can't get out. And we're going to break out this piece here, and that's going to be where our dispenser goes. We'll put our dispenser there, and then we'll go ahead and block that back up with glass. We can take this out. All right, so now we need to have our supply of eggs coming in. So let's put a hopper in the back, and we'll just build up another containment cell around here. And I'm just going to go over top this whole thing. Then we're going to load up the chickens into it. And there we go. That is that. We'll go ahead and pull the dead chicken parts out. So now we need to add in our redstone to fire off this dispenser automatically. So we're going to punch out these 2 glass blocks. We're going to put grass there and grass there. Could be anything, really. We're going to take a comparator, and we're going to punch these guys out so we can get in here. Put that there and replace the glass. So now we're taking a comparator output, and we're going to put another solid block here. And we're going to need to grab some redstone dust. So we put that there. And finally, we need to grab a repeater. So when there's an item in this dispenser, this comparator is going to power this redstone, which is going to power the block beneath it, allowing us to take a signal output from there using a repeater. We're going to basically go up and generate a comparator clock. So we're going to go there, there, there. We're going to put a comparator down like that. We're going to put it in subtract mode, and we're going to loop the signal back around into itself like such. And then we're just going to run this off here up into there. Actually, oop. We're going to need to put that there, and there. That will go ahead and trigger the dispenser then. So once these chickens lay an egg, it's going to go into the dispenser. The circuit's going to fire, dispensing the chicken into the kill chamber, where it may or may not spawn a chicken. Alright, so to build the automatic chicken cooker, this is probably going to be probably the best of these 3 farms. Unless you need eggs for a totally different purpose, then go ahead and build this one. This one I put in here because it's possible to build. I'm just not sure the value of it, because you still have to cook the chicken meat once you get it here. And this farm will produce everything this farm does, as well as cook the chicken meat. A little bit of loss from the lava, but not terrible. So in order for this one to get built, so let's go ahead and let's set up this build here with a chest there. Gonna put a hopper in there. Now this one has a slab, so we'll put that in there once we get the initial build up here. We'll build a containment cell around there. We'll come up one more layer. Now that slab is going to hold the lava block up because lava can't lava log, the slab. So that's why we have the slab in there. Put that there. We're gonna need to put our dispenser there, like such, and then we'll close this off here. So there's that. Then we'll put another hopper into the back of the dispenser, and this is where our egg producing chickens are gonna stay, like such. And then we're gonna fill this up with chickens. Okay, so we got about 24 chickens in there. Yep, that one just died, so we'll go ahead and pull that. Pull that out. And now we need to put in our circuit, so we'll put 2 solid blocks there, 1 solid block there. Put in a solid block there. Punch this out to get in here for our comparator. And then a solid block there. Go ahead and put this glass back there like such, and then we'll go ahead and run that over top like that. Redstone dust. Repeater. Like this. Comparator clock. Very simple. And like such. So the same exact circuit we used for that farm. So now we just need to go in our inventory and grab a slab, and let's use a stone slab here, just in case. And then a lava bucket. So then we'll kind of perch ourselves here. We'll look down with the shift, holding the shift key down. We'll put the slab down there and the lava there. And you can even clean it up just a little bit. So let's take our empty bucket here. And I have it as little lava as possible. So we'll pick that up and we'll put it down 1 block. There we go. And just because I'm paranoid with lava, I'm going to close that off the top so nothing can get into the lava except for the chickens. And there we have it. We have an automatic chicken cooker using a comparator clock to trigger the dispenser. Into here, the chickens will pop up and sit on top of the dispenser. Now, baby chickens are 0.35 blocks high. So that's a total height of half a block for the slab, 0.35 for the baby chicken. That's only 0.85 blocks high, so they're not going to hit the lava until they grow up and become a full block high. And then once they hit the lava, they'll die and be automatically cooked by the lava. They'll fall down, the hopper will collect through the slab and deposit that into the box. Okay, moving on to the cow crusher. The cow crusher is very, very similar to the egg farm. So we're going to put our chest down here, hopper on top of it, and we're going to build up our little containment room up around it. Now I'm coming out a little bit water because we need a dispenser. And that's going to be where our water block comes from to lift the cows up. Then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to put a solid block on top of the dispenser and then put our button on top of that. So like such. Snag our button. Grab some water. And I'll load our water bucket into our dispenser. And we'll do a quick test. And yep, we see the water come out there and we hit the button again and it goes back in. So now we just go ahead and we fill this up with cows. Okay, and we've hit our limit. We'll pull that out. Grab a stack of wheat and we'll test our farm by feeding them. Now I built all these above ground. You could sink the cow crusher down into the ground if you wanted to. That is perfectly acceptable. And then we're just going to hold down the right button and spam feed them. And as new cows are bred into the world, the older cows are dying off and lower them back down. And voila, we got some leather and we got some raw beef. No killing required. Okay, and the last farm, the automatic sheep shearer, is a little bit more complicated of a build. It's got a little bit more moving parts. So we're going to go ahead and put a chest there. And we're going to put a hopper on the back. So let me go over here so I can do a pick block. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. Middle mouse button. That's the winning button. And let's go and get a rail out here. Set that along the top. And then a minecart with hopper. Set that on top of there. And you can break the rail here. That should still work just fine. We'll grab a dirt block and we'll set it. Let's see, jump up here. Okay, so we can't set that down like that. And now we want to make sure that we can pick stuff up off the top of this block. Okay, maybe the rail is essential. Let's go ahead and put the rail back there and like that. And yep, okay, so the rail is essential. I was mistaken, I'm very sorry about that. And now we're gonna use glass to build our little containment component here. And we're gonna go one block out because we're gonna put an observer, which is gonna require some quartz along with the comparators. And we'll go one more forward and then one more higher so the sheep can't just jump out. And one more. Okay, so we have this. Now let's go get our observer. Oh boy. Placing observers is always difficult. There we go. Pop that back. There we go. Okay, so we have the observer in there now. Pop this out. Put in our grass block, like as such. Get our hopper minecart in there. There we go. And we need a solid block on the back of this. So we'll put that there. A little dollop of redstone on top. And then we need a dispenser. Just like that. Now inside of the dispenser is going to be a shear, because that's going to be how we automatically shear sheeps. And then I'm going to put a glass block in front of there, and there so the sheep can't escape. Then we'll spawn a sheep in. Now the sheep won't shear until the grass changes. So we want to initially shear that sheep, because now the sheep will eat the grass, change it to a dirt block. And you also want to make sure you have some way for this to regenerate. So let's go ahead and let's put grass there. And let's put grass there. So that way the grass, once it turns to dirt, the grass can spread from this block to that block and start the process all over again. So there you have it. You have 5 very easy animal farms you can build in your survival world starting from day 1, maybe day 5, depending on how fast you progress. Doesn't take a whole lot of materials. It doesn't take a whole lot of redstone resources. And this one appears to be stuck on because I forgot to put that in subtraction mode. Derp. As I was saying, these are easy to build, but they're also easy to make mistakes on, as you saw there. However, I think with a couple times through this tutorial, you should have these farms built in no time. So, thank you so much for checking out this tutorial. I hope it answered a few questions about some easy Minecraft animal farms you can build in your survival worlds. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. And if you're new to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe so you get all my future videos. I do tutorials, I do Let's Plays, I'm on the Adults Craft Java server, playing with a big group of people there. So we do single player Let's Plays and we do multiplayer Let's Plays, as well as various tutorials. So if you have any questions about Minecraft, let me know in the comments down below and I'll do what I can to get you a tutorial out that'll answer those questions just for you.